I was recently looking at a tool on AppSumo, which is a platform that I purchase SaaS deals where you can get a lifetime deal. Instead of paying monthly, you just pay one fee. And I wanted to vet this particular platform. It's for creating websites. I haven't bought it. I don't have it yet, but I was on a site called Trustpilot that has reviews of software platforms so you can kind of see what other users think. And so I found this very useful, this very useful review, but I wanted to share it because it's really unique. Title of the review, this guy puts Tyson Fury, clearly not his real name because that's a maybe boxing celebrity. Someone hacked my two web start sites. Someone hacked my two web start sites very recently and put up nudes on both. By the way, I've been using it since 1998 and I saw the nudes on the second site, tried to delete them. So he goes into a very technical explanation of what happened with the site and why he got bad customer service. And however, the point is where this review goes. So after he gets done telling that story, let's just say it gets a little unhinged. So it starts with the incentive I have to post this is the god-awful truth of the situation and the god-awful customer service I got from WebStarts. Adam Barger, which is the CEO, I guess. Are you related to Sonny Barger, the leader of the Hells Angels, who recently passed away? You must be a relative of his the way I was treated. I'm already freaking out that WebStarts will find out who I really am and start harassing me again. These people once they get on your case, they never give up, and they're like pit bulls. Okay? This is where it gets unhinged. I had a paper route when I was 15 to 16 years old, the Hayward Daily Review in San Leandro, California, and I was bitten more than once, so that's why I started the Pitbull thing up. I hope this review makes it through the censors at Truthpilot, as it's legitimate, but my wife is already telling me to cool it and to not say anymore, because frankly, before this whole situation occurred, I had a nervous breakdown over my former lover girl, Sally Ann Nichols, who came back into my life. Mix Tina Marie Lover Girl. I guess that's supposed to be the background music you're hearing in your head. And I am under the care of a very famous psychologist who wishes to remain anonymous, which I'm believing at this point. That's my aside. The second song, You Dropped a Bomb on Me, is perfect for what Sally did to me. I don't have a scanner anymore, as my old scanner was not compatible with Windows 10 and I tossed it. I am as nervous as a cat on a hot tin roof, if you get my drift. Even my son Marcus is telling me to relax, Dad. My son just took an early retirement as a sergeant in the LA Police Department. Marcus is like a white George Foreman with his hands. I met Big George Foreman before his ultimate untimely death a long time ago, and he said I was looking good. I also have uncontrollable seizures, and I have to have my meds nearby to calm me down. I do have a driver's license, but with all my broken bones, especially my broken left femur, I can't drive. My father, who committed suicide in 1995, and I are both former boxers. I once got into it with my dad and almost knocked him out after he sucker punched me after he accused of not seeing my grandparents earlier in the day in a rest home. Of course, I had seen them about 2 hours earlier when my father went to see him, but I insisted I hadn't dropped by. Of course, I had been there, but they were both senile by then, and my father didn't like telling me the truth, so he sucker punched me by dislocating my jaw. My jaw is so jacked that if I yawn, my jaw gets stuck in the open position, and I have to hit my jaw hard with a fist to unlock it. He also knocked out one of my teeth. I did a Roberto Duran on him, but this is water. That's water under the bridge. Oh, it's not done. I was always a big fan of Hands of Stone Roberto Duran more than Leonard, Hearns, or even Hagler. Right now I have to relax, so I'm going to go watch Chris Eubank versus Conor Benn, and then UFC Fight Night, both by streaming, and A Load More Boxing, Bare Knuckle Boxing, and MMA, all by streaming. Jesus, even Dana White's Slap Fight Championship Powder Keg was on. I never watch it except for comedy. That's the SaaS review. Oh yeah, thank you, Tyler.